What's going on, everyone? This is Slackerman with another diecast model review. Excuse me. Today we are looking at the Century Wings F-14 Tomcat in the 1 in 144 scale. Now, Century Wings, by most people, is like the top of the line brand for diecast pre-assembled model kits. It is, like the Bentley of die-cast models. They are the most expensive, and most people claim that they are the most detailed. I have never owned a Century Wings until now. Usually people buy the 172 scale Century Wings stuff, and like I said, usually those models run for about 130, 140, 150, up to 200. Usually people for the 172 scale will go with Hobby Master or Century Wings between the two. If you just saw my earlier video, I reviewed the Forces of Valor 172 F-14, which in my opinion, it won some other people's opinions too that actually own the 172 scale Century Wings, that the Forces of Valor is pretty close to the Century Wings. Anyway, I didn't know that they made any 1 in 144 scale stuff, because I really love this scale. This is my preferred scale, this in 1 in 100. The 1 in 100 scale is just a little bigger. They end up being about true 6-inch, 6 to 8 inch model kits. So I found this on eBay, and again, being Century Wings, that's kind of like the top of the line model kits, as I've said. So I was really surprised that they actually made a 1 in 144 scale diecast kit. I was surprised by that. I thought they only did 172 and bigger. So I definitely snatched this up, being that it was F-14, which is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, fighter jet. So this is my first Century Wings, so let's see how it is. As far as the packaging, I guess all the Century Wings is just this kind of fancy black box. On the side, it tells you it is a F-14A Tomcat, U.S. Navy, VF-21 freelancers. We have a picture of the tail wing, which is pretty nice. On the side, it's the same thing. So, as far as the detail, I have to say I'm very impressed. This is a lot, I shouldn't say a lot better, but better than my previously reviewed 1 in 144 scale Woody Wings F-14 Tomcat. I think this has a lot cleaner lines all over the body. This also includes two little pilots that are sitting in there, which you can kind of see. You can see his white helmet there. You can actually remove this and put them in, or remove them. They come in a little plastic bag there, which is very cool. Also, the decals and everything is a lot cleaner on this one than my Woody Wings one. So you can see the captain's names there on the side. All the decals are real clean. All the paint work is really clean, so I really like that a lot. I also like the with all the F-14 Tomcats, I do love that green heads-up display in the front. I think that's a really cool thing. I also like, obviously, the side here, we have more of those decals. I also like that they actually have a more pronounced Vulcan or Gatling gun on the side there, which I like. You can kind of see the silver bits that they painted, and it's kind of protruding out, which is very cool. Taking a look at the other kind of the side of it as well, you have the red intake decals there on the side of the wing. If it will focus, you have the USS Independence, I think, is that what that says? Yep. So that is the aircraft carrier that this is stored on. On the belly here, towards the engines, you have the Navy in the black and yellow, which looks very nice. And then you have the tail wing insignia with that panther and those kind of details going up. On the underside, it does come with, obviously, an armament kind of hooked on. So you have those long-range missiles. I believe they're Maverick or Sparrow, I thought. No, not Sparrow. Either Maverick, Avenger, something like that. So those are the two big long-range missiles. Then you have the smaller missile on the belly there. And then on the side, you have, I believe, a Sidewinder, and I think those are Sparrows there. So nice detail on the belly portion. The only negative, which I'm surprised, because Century Wings is supposed to be the top model company. The Witty Wings F-14A in the 144 scale had the choice of, you could have either the landing gear down, or you could take it out and plug the holes like the landing gear is retracted into the jet. Where the Century Wings, it's just fixed. So the landing gear is fixed. You can't remove it. There are no option pieces to change that out. So the Witty Wings kind of does better with accessories. The other thing the Witty Wings does a lot better is all the armament is removable and customizable. So if you didn't want these here, you could take them off. With the Witty Wings, you could have no missiles on, just a few missiles. So the Witty Wings is a lot cheaper than this Century Wings, and it gives you more options. So that's kind of surprising. I thought that Century Wings, being as expensive as they are, would give you the same, accessories for interchanging the landing gear and the armament. So that's one thing I don't like, a big negative. I don't know what this retailed for. Like, again, I bought this on eBay used, but I'm sure it's a lot more expensive than a new Witty Wings 144 scale. Obviously, you do have the sweep wings that you can articulate. They're a little tight on this model, so I'm trying to be careful. They do move together though. It's kind of like a sticking point back here where you finally break, and they snap open. So that's what it looks like with the wings, the sweep wings fully extended out. The other kind of cool feature is that you can actually articulate the tail wings there, which is very cool. So you can go up and down. So that's kind of cool. And they're not too loose, so sometimes when they have on bigger models, when these articulate, they're kind of floppy, where this doesn't seem too bad. They hold the pose. So that's one, I guess, extra feature that the Century Wings has over the Witty Wings, but I would prefer getting removable landing gear than that, just because now you have it stuck, basically with the landing gear down as it's flying, so it's either taking off or getting ready to land, which I don't like. So overall, I do think this is a lot more detailed than the Witty Wings, but if I didn't get this used off eBay, if I had a choice between this and the Witty Wings 144 scale, I would choose the Witty Wings, just because obviously it's cheaper and it gives you more accessories to interchange. So if I had to rate this, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I would just think the big negative is the price point, obviously, because I'm sure new this was probably like $50, $60, something like that. And the other big negative is, not having interchangeable parts. I mean, the Witty Wings, which is supposed to be, a cheaper line, a more cost-friendly line, they were able to do it. And the Witty Wings detail is almost as good as this. So, new, I would go with the Witty Wings F-14 Tomcat, just because there's more display options. But this is also, like I said, a really cool 144 scale Tomcat. So hope everyone liked the video. As far as upcoming reviews, I have some more figure reviews. I do have the Mafex suit version Joker on its way next week, as well as the SHF Bat Bale from the Dark Knight. So stay tuned for those reviews. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.